Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Holly and this is my dog Stella and my half dog Stanley. He's my parents' dog, but we dog sit him a lot, so I kind of call him mine too. I make videos here on YouTube about Dachshunds and all the fun, adventure, weird things that I do with my dogs. And today I'm going to talk about ramps, stairs, IVDD, that whole topic with Dachshunds. When I first got interested in getting a Dachshund, that was one of the first things I read in my research was that they can't jump off beds or couches. You have to be really cautious with their backs. You have to put ramps on all your furniture. And I was kind of surprised and like almost didn't believe it. I thought maybe these were people who were just overly cautious, because I've just never heard of people having ramps or stairs in their house for their dogs. You gonna hang out there? But obviously, as you can see, I've got ramps and stairs. I've got about 3 or 4 ramps in my house and 2 sets of stairs. So in my opinion, they are absolutely necessary if you have a dachshund in your house and they are going on furniture. So that's what I'm going to talk about, and I'm going to break it up into categories of why you need dog stairs and dog ramps in your house, then what is IVD and the symptoms and why you should be very cautious of it, and then where you can get stairs and ramps, because there's a bunch of different options and there's pros and cons to different types of ramps, different types of stairs. So let's get into it. The answer of why you need stairs and ramps is super simple and quick. Dachshunds have short legs, long spines, which makes them susceptible to this disease called IVDD, or intervertebral disc disease. Don't make fun of me if I said that wrong. Basically, my understanding of it is the discs in your dog's backs can rupture or be displaced. Some signs and symptoms of IVDD are loss of use of the legs. Your dog might be moving slower, dragging its feet, not moving around as much as it usually does, and your dog is usually in pain when they have it, so it's obviously something that we want to avoid at all costs. Some things you can do to fix or improve IVDD are a back surgery that is very expensive, or in some cases, some form of physical therapy can also reverse it. Or not reverse it, but make it better. And some dogs end up paralyzed for life, and that's why you sometimes see Dachshunds with wheelchairs or like 2 little wheels for their back legs. And approximately 1 in 5 Dachshunds get IVDD, so it's not super uncommon. Some ways that you can avoid IVDD is ramps and stairs. Basically, when your dog is jumping a lot off of furniture especially, that impact adds to the disc rupture. Another way to avoid it is watching your Dachshund's weight. It's really important that you don't let your Dachshund get overweight, because that contributes to a lot of pressure on their back. And another way to avoid it is just keeping your Dachshund strong and active in general. The more muscles they have built up in their body, the more strength they have if they do end up jumping off the furniture. For example, Stella sometimes does not want to use her ramp when she's in a rush, and she will just fly off the bed or the couch, which is definitely not ideal. But I'd like to think with all the walks and agility and that kind of stuff that I do with Stella, she has some pretty strong muscles built up, so she has enough muscle to protect her back when she does do that. Whereas if she was a couch potato dog, she might not have the body muscle structure to protect herself when she does have those accidents where she jumps off of furniture. What the heck are you doing? Oh, you're making a bed. So that is IVDD in a nutshell. I do recommend, if you have a Dachshund or you're watching this because you're thinking about getting one, that you do your own research. I'm not a professional of any kind. This is just everything that I've learned through my own research of trying to protect my dog's backs. But that's IVDD. So now the more fun part, where you can get ramps and stairs, how to make them look nice in your home, because obviously having ramps and stairs on every piece of furniture is not the most beautiful looking thing in the house. I've tried a decent variety of different ramps and stairs. I have 2 sets of stairs in the house, this gray set and then a beige set. These steps are from a brand called Pet Awesome. I have a few different products from Pet Awesome. Stanley obviously likes the stairs. They have a puppy pad tray. I I recently got their car seats and now these dog stairs. What I like about them is they make products more aesthetically pleasing. For example, the puppy pad tray that I had in a video a while ago, you put puppy pads inside it and it's just a casing. That makes it look a little nicer than having like a blue pad on your floor. And the car seat also looks super cute. They have similar colors like gray, beige, neutral colors that look nice in your car. And now they have these stairs. It's hard to tell because they stick together really nicely, but they are Velcroed together, so you don't always have to have all 3 steps set up. There's a couch upstairs where I'm only using 2 of the steps because there just isn't enough room for all 3 steps. It's an L-shaped couch where I've already got a ramp on one side, but when someone comes to the door and one of the dogs is sleeping on the other side of the couch, instead of going all the way around the L and down the ramp, they just launch off the side. So we added 2 steps just as a little bit more of a launch pad for them. So it's not one big step, it's like 2 little ones. And that has helped reduce their jumps off the couch by a ton. They also open up. These lids lift right off and you can keep toys inside. I'm pretty sure I have toys in this one. Stanley is standing on the one that has toys. Stanley! This one, yes, this one has some toys in it. We got their salt and vinegar chips and 2 other little toys. Do you want one, Stella? Oh, Stanley wants it. Okay. So they also make for great storage. Another cool thing about them is that they actually fold up really well. So after you take off the lid, the boxes, so I'll remove one here. So you take off the lid, you pull this out, and then it just folds up super small. Could slide this under the bed and then it just pops back open. Stanley, it's not a toy. And you stick it back onto the Velcro. And because they're collapsible, you might think that they're not the strongest step, but I can literally stand on top of them and go up and down them myself. So they are super strong. So yeah, these are the only types of steps I have in the house because they're my favorite. Other steps that I've seen like on Amazon and in the market just don't look that nice in the house. They're like plastic or clunky. Dogs are going crazy now. Whereas these ones actually look really nice and they match the ramp, which just worked out perfectly. Puppies, up. One last perk of them, as you probably just saw, when the dogs go up the ramps slide around a little bit. Those are the ones that I made. They're not quite sturdy enough. So when Stella or Stanley gets in a crazy mood and they're jumping on and off, I have to keep adjusting it and sliding it back to the bed. Whereas the stairs, they don't really move. Especially when you put toys and stuff inside them, they're pretty solid, they stay there. 3 of the ramps I've made myself, this one and 2 of them upstairs. One is for the dogs to look out the window, the other one is on a couch. If you're interested in making your own ramp, I do have a DIY ramp video where I show how I built them, and it was less than 50 bucks. Then I have a ramp on a couch that I purchased. This one was fairly expensive. If I'm remembering correctly, it was about $180 to $200. It's adjustable, which I love, and it does look nice. And it folds down to go under furniture like the stairs. So I am happy with it, but obviously since I have 3 homemade ones and 1 purchased one, I'm also happy with the homemade ones because then I get to choose the colors. For example, this one, actually I think all of them are painted white with gray carpet, which I think is really nice and neutral. So those are your options for ramps. But anyways, that's all for today's video. I hope you guys learned something new or this is just valuable in some way. If you liked this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and hit subscribe down below. Also turn on notifications if you want to be notified every time I post a new video. And I'll see you guys next time.